Okay, so this is the reason why I can't and won't do activism groups or political parties anymore. Because of the fact that none of them are for all of the American people. And that includes, like those nonprofit groups. I can't do any of them anymore because of the fact that I can't tolerate them right now. The groups, the group think tanks, none of them should be on the internet. The nonprofits should not be on the internet. So if they're doing nonprofit charity work, it needs to be done someplace else, not on the internet, because a lot of them just turn into asking for money from the American public, from other people who are already broke and homeless. And then they want to be nasty, and say, oh, well, ask a bunch of questions and be nosy and be really shitty to people who are experiencing hard times. Now, these are people who are living comfortable in their houses and things like that. And so I can't do it, and so that's like the animal activism groups, when the government gives money for, well, it creates 1 or 2 jobs maybe. With any of these nonprofit organizations, all they create is maybe 1 or 2 jobs tops. However, when the American public is doing really good and feels generous, like donating to things, then the American public is generous and donates to nonprofits. They donate to TV charity, to celebrities, who in turn, they use the money. Like, anyone remember the Jerry Lewis telethon? The Jerry Lewis telethon from back in the day. And every year they said they made like $40 million, and then the next year they were like, well, we made $50 million and $60 million and $70 million and then $100 million. And so they had all these celebrities that would sing on the Jerry Lewis telethon, and then people would call in and donate, so they would ask you to donate. Now, I never thought of this, but I think now in hindsight, the Jerry Lewis telethon could have been money laundering. Because so if people decide that they're not going to donate, well, they're collecting data. So the telethons, like the Jerry Lewis telethon, is collecting data from people, because anybody could have called in. I myself, when I was a kid, I could have called in and said I would donate some money. And then what they do is they send you a thing to your address. So they're doing data collection. They send a envelope to your address, and then you would send either a check or your credit card number for them to take the money from. But then you didn't have to donate either. So if you felt pressured during the show to donate, you didn't have to donate either. But they could launder money in under your name anyway, but they still have your data. It was data collection through the TV.